is the fifth, and this is the fifth video, and this is the last one. I'm not going to go back and give background on it. I'm just going to start where I stopped there. This is my father, Edward VIII, my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe Windsor, school teacher, sister to Georgia O'Keefe, the artist, Madison, Wisconsin, moved to Williamsburg, Virginia, not far from where I am now. This is the genealogy sheet. My mom was school teacher, but this was put together. It's not just that. They had to take down my dad. They defamed him, lied about him. He never married Wallace Simpson, an imposter did. The crooks and killers in this is Elizabeth is illegal. Her father, George VI, is illegal. He helped kidnap me. Of course they knew about me. They put a seal on it, a 99-year seal to cover up what they did to my father, my mother, me, Victoria II, the day I was born, and it was legal. It was an addendum to the forced abdication. And the day I was born, of course I'm too little to make decisions. My father automatically should have come back. They kidnapped me. Roosevelt, the Kennedy, he was the ambassador appointed by Roosevelt. Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderbergers that control your media. Cover up. Okay, now, can you see the pain in my mom's eyes? I want to get to what they had to stand by. My father was still alive. He was 45 years old when I was born, I believe. I've got that right. I was born 39. My mom was 40 years old. I did see my mother once when I first came to Roanoke, down at the library. And, hey, this, if it's ever allowed to be told, you can see what happened there. I did get to see her one time. She died. My father, right after then, my father was still alive. I don't know how they lived. I really don't. I do know my German. A lot of Germans came and tried to help me here. The Brits, Aussies, the British citizens, and look at what's happened to Great Britain. The United States says Great Britain and the United States has this common bond. Well, that would be me. They kidnapped me, this country did. Part of my own people did. Anyway, I wanted to finish this. I'd done the book on mind control and entered into this is not, I'm not going to that yet. It's unpublished. And I thought it was because of the doctors. Well, part of it was, but really when I found out about who I am. I'm heir to the British Crown, and the ugly, sick crimes have been committed against me, my parents, my children, Mark and Scott, and my country. It's war crimes, and against the Germans, too. You have not been told the truth about, and most people don't want to hear it here. They feel like they're the ones that are being imposed upon or something. It's sickening. But anyway, they put antifreeze in April Fool Day of 80. Now then, I put this up on and tried to get it up on the last four. I believe this is the fifth one, so I'm just going to go from here. My ex-husband came back and moved me. He'd gone to California, which he'd never been. He moved. This is an ex-husband. I had no money on me in the condition, antifreeze. I should have died. And it's a living hell that you can't describe. There's no way. All I could say was they burned my brain. I went for a tox screen. They never did. So now I'm going to not reiterate on that again. My ex-husband came, and he was sitting down in cahoots with Dr. Beecham. It shocked me. I put on there the conversation. I hope that one went up. It's the last one. Now then, he took me to Ridgecrest, Ridgeview. It was a private. I never drank in my whole life. So help me God. The only time I ever was at a few parties and I didn't drink, I ordered it. Now I wouldn't order it to comply with other people's wishes, to not make them feel uncomfortable. That's what I was told. I didn't drink it. I can remember ordering a few times when there were parties, and I'm not a party person, And I wouldn't drink it. I'd order Coke. And I used to get mad because they'd give me a Hojo's, which was Howard Johnson's, all right? But anyway, my ex-husband takes me there, and that's where doctors on it that are alcoholic, by the way. They put antifreeze in me. So now then, I'm there for a night, and I can't go into the conversation of the person that was taken from the room, and I was put in there. Well, no, she was taken after I was put in. Her name, she went to Dr. Wheeler. I know that she was put there. You have to know what she said to me, and I can't get it all up on the video. All right, now I want to get into the next day. This Dr. McClarty was head, I believe, of psychiatry in Georgia. I'm not sure. He was a good guy, okay? So he didn't try to hurt me or anything, or give me any medicine, nothing like that. Nice man sit and talk to me. And I told him about doing the book, and that's a bad thing to do, tell doctors about doing a book and a letter from the FBI and all that. Ongoing investigation. Anyway, he was nice. The next day, my ex-husband come back. I thought I was going home to my apartment. No, I couldn't reach my children. Lina Dempsey, the mother of the twins, was suddenly over there like she had been when I went to the for the tox screen. She just suddenly showing up. She tried to kill me all over again, and as she did later, is how she tried to do it. She's there. My ex-husband takes me out to the car, and I thought, I'm going home. I'm begging for my children to go home to my apartment in Marietta. Instead, Philip, and yeah, that's his name because this is like a game of chess. Philip was brought there, and I thought he was a half-brother. Find out neither one of us belonged to that woman. She killed her twins, and I'm going to take up time. Philip was there. He's retired. Sullivan's his name, last name, and I loved him dearly. Now there's questions, there's doubles used and all this. I don't know. As far as I know, that's Philip that I loved as a kid and treated him like I was his mother, I suppose. I took care of him. Anyway, he's with the ATF. He's there. My ex-husband is bringing me out after one night there. It's the day before Easter. Okay? Easter's on the 6th, 1980. I go out, and Nancy's with him, his wife. And they took, Philip had been a policeman before in Smyrna, before he became FBI, and they loaned him out to FBI and security to Howard Baker, and he's ATF, he retired. So Philip and Nancy, his wife, were there, and Dempsey with her little car, and my ex-husband had brought me out, and I thought I was going home. Instead, Philip and Nancy took me like you would a criminal put in the car. I wasn't going to get in the car. I said, I want to go home. And they shoved me into the car with that horrible woman that killed her twins. And Nancy, Philip's wife, said, we can't help you. The agency, the people that Philip worked for are helping do it to you. So this is a horror if you've ever had antifreeze. My God, I shouldn't have even walked out of the hospital, if you call that a hospital. West Paces Ferry, Hospital Corporation of America. Anyway, it was a long ride. Instead of taking me to her place, I had no money on me. No way to call. You didn't have phones like you do now. She took me that night. We got there about 10 o'clock at night. Everything was removed from me. She said if I tried to run, she'd call the cops and they'd lock me up and she'd have me committed. And this is what they tried to use on me. None of the lab work was done. That's the reason I went to West Paces Ferry, to see what was given me in Duluth. That was on April Fool's Day. Now this is Friday. Next day, Saturday, Easter. So they took me there, and this is something else what happened there. This is Crestwood, a hospital. You know the ward that put me on. And Dr. Goodson, Bill Goodson, there's a story behind this man too, and Hyman Miller.